Hello, people of YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. And god dang it, it's been a long while. It's been 2 years or so. It's been long. Anyways, like you might have noticed, I'm speaking English now. Why is that, you might ask? Well, because first of all, I can reach a bigger audience like that because I don't think like English people will watch German videos. Yeah, and secondly, I just enjoy speaking English. So, like, yeah. Now that's out of the way. What is the plans for my channel? Because you might have noticed that some things have changed. I'm trying to take YouTube seriously again and actually try like one last time to do this thing. And yeah, I'm pretty excited. I am not called JaJo anymore. At least JaJo Bricks. I'm called JaJo now. Just JaJo because I don't exclusively do Lego content anymore. I'll still do Lego content sometimes, but it's not the main focus of my channel anymore. I'm also doing action figure reviews and stuff like that. And I'm also planning on doing gaming content, but like that's still just a very vague plan. But it might still come in the future. Anyways, today we're actually going to do an action figure review, and I'm pretty excited for this one. It's a Transformer, and I love Transformers. So, let's get started. So the figure that we're looking at today is the Transformers Studio Series 86 Deluxe Class Bumblebee, and it's a pretty awesome figure. He's very small, but like that's kind of accurate to the cartoon because Bumblebee was always one of the smallest, if like not the smallest Autobot in the cartoon. But like yeah, he looks pretty faithful. I really love the proportions of this guy. He's very small and chunky and has these gigantic feet. But like yeah, I think they did an awesome job at carrying over the design from the original 86 cartoon to this figure. The face has this like really nice silver paint on that, and the head sculpt is generally just pretty good. The chest also has an Autobot insignia on there that kind of looks like a sticker, honestly. I have a bit of a problem because like some of the yellow parts on him are different yellows, like especially the crotch and the feet and the chest and also the head are just different yellows. But like it's not a huge issue if you don't look at it too much. It's not that bad. And as I said, yeah, his feet are huge. They're big, but like yeah, it's cool. He also has really nice sculpting throughout the arms, legs, and feet, and it's just it's just overall very pleasant to look at. He also doesn't have a lot of kibble. As I said, he's very chunky, but like the way they hide away his vehicle mode is just very smart, and I love it. Now for accessories, Bumblebee does come with this little very nicely painted silver metallic gray kind of gun. I like to call it the Stinger because, well, Bumblebee, but yeah, posing him with it is really nice and actually dynamic. It really gives him some more options there. Now turning to Bumblebee's articulation, he's actually pretty well articulated for such a chunky deluxe. He's like borderline more a core because he's very small, but he's still packing a lot of articulation. So to start, the head is on a ball joint, but it can only really rotate. He can look down slightly, but not a lot, and not up at all. It's just to the way the head's designed. But it's decent. I don't think he really needs to look up all that much. Anyways, his shoulders are on ball joints, which gives them some pretty good range. They can go up to 90 degrees and rotate the full 360. You also have bicep swivel, which is nice, and an elbow bend, which goes to 90, but you have a little bit of resistance here because the arms need to lock in place like this for transformation. But yeah, like it's decent. 90 degrees is probably like the gold standard for any limb joint for a transformer. He also has wrist swivel, a wrist swivel, which is good, and waist rotation. which sadly, if you go too far, just untabs the backpack, how you just saw. But like, yeah, it's there. It's decent. The legs do kick forward this far, backwards this far, and out to the side also this far. Perfect 90 degrees in all three directions, which is really nice. And he can do the splits, which is cool. He does have a thigh swivel, which is nice, and knees that also bend to 90, actually in both directions because transformation, and now his leg's broken. Yay. Then you actually also get a boot swivel. Or no, I'm stupid. That's not a boot swivel. That's an ankle rocker for these gigantic ass feet. Like, they are so big, but it helps with posing him because he can do stuff like this. Yes, I know some YouTubers have already done that pose, but like, it just works. And then the feet can go forward due to transformation, like this, which is also nice. You have this little piece here sticking out, but it's not too bad. So like, yeah, overall, great articulation. Now, B's transformation is actually like, ouch. I just hit my foot against my desk. That hurt. Anyways, his transformation is pretty in depth. It's better than the Earthrise one, at least from what I've seen, because I don't have the Earthrise one. At least I think it's from Earthrise. It should be at least. But yeah, that one used parts farming for the back part of the vehicle, I think, and this one doesn't, which is very nice. It's very complicated for like his size. It's very interesting. So to start with, you're going to want to fold up the backpack. This might feel kind of scary at first because like, yeah, you feel like the tabs are going to break, but they don't. So you just fold it up like this. Then you fold the chest plate down, bring this forward, then the head is on. Don't focus the golden, please. Thank you. The head is on a separate hinge. You're just going to want to bring this all the way down until it kind of just clicks in there, and then close the chest plate up. So now you have this. And then you're going to want to turn to the arms and actually lock them in place like this at a 90-degree angle. That's what I mentioned before in the transformation segment. And then bring them up like this. Then you're going to want to turn to the side and disengage these pieces on both sides. So just bring them out. The wheels are in here. And then you're just going to rotate this all the way around. And now he looks like this. It's very funny. Now the next thing the instructions tell you to do is come to the feet and take these two pieces apart, then fold the back of the feet outwards to the side like this, and then these pieces are just going to fold inside of the feet like this, and there you have it. So then you're gonna wanna lock the feet together with this peg. And now is probably like the most finicky part of the transformation. So you bring this up like this until it locks into place. That's a very stiff tab right there. And then you're going to want to bring the legs up. But now you're gonna wanna bend the feet like this. Just rotate them. So you actually see the Autobot symbol right here. Now you have him like this, so in the articulation segment, I showed you that you can also bend the knees forward. And that's what you're gonna want to do right now. You're just going to want to bring this down. It's very complicated. And just tab it into place here. Please. Please, this is not folded down all the way. No, it wasn't. And it still isn't, huh? 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 Oh, now it fits. Now it fits. Yeah, he should look like this now. And yeah, like, it's kind of fun. He's just a floating car right now. That's cool. Anyways, flip the wheels down like this and connect the arms right here. Like they're gonna just peg together so they don't get in the way. And just make sure everything here is aligned. And finally, you're going to want to hinge this whole assembly down. And then bring this up to the back of the car. Just tap everything in. At least try to tap it in. And ba-bang. There. Instructions. There's the car. And yeah, this is like a pretty good looking vehicle mold. Of course, they could not take the Volkswagen Beetle as a vehicle mold because, well, they don't have the license for that anymore. But it still looks cool. I love the cartoony look of the car. It's so funny looking. It's very cool. He also has pinned wheels, which is why it just rolls so incredibly well. And he's just overall an amazing toy with 2 awesome modes. And I can really just recommend this guy. And like, yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed my first video, kinda, at least of this like new era of my channel. That sounds kind of weird, but yeah, hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, see you next time. JaJo's out. Bye.